What's up? So this video is for guys who are swapping, doing the door panel swap on their older trucks, on their 99 to 07s. And they're using the 11 to 16 stuff with the aqua switches. So no 08 to 10. This is only for 11 to 16 guys who have these where it says auto, and then auto on the passenger side. With the trucks that are equipped with that, which, I'm guessing are higher trim Lariats and your King Ranches, your Platinums. That's what I mainly see these on. And the thing is, you can't wire this in because the body control module does all the window controlling and all this stuff. And you can't wire these into your truck, your older truck. So everyone says, go ahead and get an 08 switch and see how it has the two big plugs. That's what we're looking for. And how this one matches pretty much all the rear window switches. That's what you need to get. But get this, they actually come in aqua. Believe it or not, they come in aqua. So that's the best part. So I got all the parts that we need. This truck's an 04 and it has a vehicle security module. And so we're gonna go ahead and set up the locks. This one's already got it kind of done to it. So we're gonna go ahead and get it done to where we go from looking like this to this pretty much. So I think this customer already started this, but we're gonna go ahead and get it squared away a little bit better. Other than that, the only things I have are a new driver's correct aqua. If you want the part number, there you go. And then I use these for my builds, and then I go ahead and get an aqua 6.7 normal switch, use that. And then we're gonna go ahead and use an old lock and retrofit it in this new one. And then we're gonna fix this one too, so they're both matching. So, other than that, two locks, that. And then another way, I make sure my stuff is aqua. Because I never know, I don't have the parts memorized, but you can see, I see it like, okay, that one's aqua. And then the same thing with this is the best part about Milwaukee M12s, man. You plug them in and you're good to go. Because everything's 12 volt off of these trucks, just like the batteries. You're gonna see they're aqua. Bada bing, bada boom. So best part is that the driver switch is just gonna be clicks right in. We don't have to modify anything, but this switch we do need to modify, and that's where this comes in. So I'm really gonna put the guts of this into that. So that's what this video is going to be for. So let's go ahead and get started. So give me a minute. Let me tear this all apart. Okay, so I got everything torn apart. Got my driver switches, got my passenger switch on there. We'll talk about the locks in a minute. So the cool part with the driver one is this is the correct driver one that we're looking for, where it only has the one auto. And then, everything else is like an 08. It works in our old trucks. The best part is it clicks right in, and that's it. And so boom, the driver one's super simple. That's probably the easiest one. Other than that, I just keep this for spare parts, because sometimes I'll get buttons where this part is really sun-baked or it's broke, so I'll steal these off of it or something, or I'll steal the LEDs out of it because it has the aqua LEDs. Other than that, this is pretty much junk, so we'll set that off to the side. So the next step is the passenger one. And if you go ahead and you try to take a normal switch and put it in here, it doesn't fit. None of the lineup pins are in the right spot. It's not gonna happen. I mean, you could grind it and wedge it in there and glue it in there. Usually I don't like to fuck with these. This one's a Lariat, or a base model Lariat. There's nothing to be worried about. But like the Platinum ones, I don't like to fuck them up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear this correct switch apart, and then we're gonna tear this one we can't use, and basically we're gonna put all those guts into this housing so it clicks into there. So let me go ahead and tear this down, and I'll be back. We're gonna set this off the side. We don't even need it anymore. Okay, got them both torn apart. So we're gonna get rid of the parts we're not gonna use. So we're not gonna use the auto anymore. We need this housing because it clicks into that bezel. So we're gonna get rid of the housing that doesn't fit. And then we're not using the new electronics anyways, and obviously that plug's not gonna work for us. So boom, here's our new equation. Stick everything into this correct housing. So the first step I'm gonna start with is putting this on there. You can just click it in, but it's not gonna work because there's this little stopper, and if you look at the stopper on this side, it's mirrored. So it'll make it so you can't roll down the window. So I'm gonna take my little Dremel and grind that piece out. And then the second piece that needs to be grinded is this little ledge right here. See how there's not one on that side, but there's one on this side, and it's mirrored over here. So those are gonna be the two things. If I were just to click this onto there, we're gonna have problems. It's not gonna be able to rock correctly. But if we get rid of those two, we'll be perfectly okay. So let me go ahead and knock that out. I'll be back. Okay, we got our switch good to go. So you can see how I took off that ledge, and then I pretty much just took out that little stopper thing. So now we can put on our non-auto one, and boom. Now we have full range of motion. That's what I want to see. There we go, baby. All right, the next step is putting this into there. And since it's already aqua, we don't need to switch the LED. But the issue is gonna be is it doesn't really fit in there very well at all. It's very weird. So next step, see how there's this middle ledge, which is technically for those little grooves to slide into, but since this circuit board isn't made for this, it's not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind those down so there's just 3 even studs. So they'll all be the same length on every side. So that's my next step, and then this will pretty much be able to go in there. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Okay, check it out. So now you can see how I've got them all kind of even now, all the way around. So basically now you can take this circuit board, it's facing the right way. I'll go ahead and get her in there. Come on. There we go. Boom. Clicked right in. And now it switches. You hear it? She's good to go. Yeah, boy. Alright, so next step is I put the cover on there. But let me see if I can get it on there and you'll see what I'm talking about. Is that the right way? Yeah. Come on. Some of this stuff's kind of hard to do one-handed while I'm shooting this good old video. Oh my God, come on. There we go. Alright, so look, it does just slide in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some epoxy in those gaps and just all the way around so that I know this is sealed up. I don't want my customer to push down on this one day and it just pop loose and just come undone, because I mean it's in there, but you know, I can pop it out if I want. So I'll epoxy it and make it nice and pretty. But other than that, I mean, you got your switch, clicks right in, and boom, looks factory. And voila. So now you got your high-end bezel with the correct switch ready to go. So the only thing I'm gonna do is epoxy that, and then now that we got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and just take these and I'll probably just throw them away, to be honest. But we'll do that in a minute. So next step is I'm gonna do the locks. We'll start with an old and new lock, and basically we're gonna do the exact same steps. So let me strip them all the way down and I'll be back. Okay, so next step, boom, we got our lock. So now I want to remind you, this is only for trucks that have a vehicle security module. You 99 to 2001 guys, you do not need to do this. You really only need to do the Windows stuff. You can cut and splice the new locks, okay? 99 to 01 guys, do not do this, okay? This is only for 02 to 04, 05, 07 guys that have a vehicle security module and they can't get their locks to work by cutting and splicing. You know, the lock's just acting weird and doing weird ass shit. I really only see it 99 to 04 guys. I think 05 to 07 is still cut and splice, but you 99 to 04 guys with a vehicle security module and you can't get your the new locks to work right, and I tell you, go watch this video, this is what you need to do. So basically we're just using the new housing, we're using the old electronics. My bad, I had those backwards. I did, didn't I? So this is all the new stuff and this is the old stuff. So what we're gonna do is we know the new electronics don't work, but we need the new face and housing. So we're gonna use that, we're gonna junk that, and here's our new switch. The only thing is though, is these LEDs are green. And what we're gonna go ahead and do, if you look, they're very similar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nick off these aquas and I'm just gonna solder them onto to replace those ones. So now we have an old switch with aqua LEDs. That is my goal. So let me go ahead and cut and solder these up and I'll be back. Okay, so we got the new aqua LEDs on the old, this is off in 04 lock. So now we got the, okay, so another step I almost forgot. So your old one should have these white caps on them, but if you look at the new ones, they got these black ones that have like a stud coming out the middle. We need those ones, because if you look at the old switch right here, it's just got this big ass square, and that's what locks into those squares. So we need a tiny little pole to go into that hole. So what we're gonna do, which I mean, I think Ford is super awesome on, is those two parts are interchangeable. So I'm gonna take these little black ends off and put them on in place of these white ones. So let me go ahead and get those swapped. And then the next step is, oh, looks like this one's kind of already done. I don't have another lock. But this one has the same problem the window switch had. You need to grind out the notches. You see right there, that one was already out. That one's already done. And then that one's already done too. So I've already done them on both of them. So you see how all three of them are even now. So now that when we set this circuit board in there, the little pole will latch in and the circuit board will sit in there flush. So let me go ahead and take care of that. And okay, so we got that situation. So I got it in there right. A good way to tell which way it goes which. So the unlock is on the same side as that hole in the middle. That hole. See how there's no hole on that side? It's offset. So that's unlock. Okay, when I was just trying to put it in there just now, it was backwards. So now that we got that done, the next step will be, where's it at? Yeah, this, to put in the cap and close it. So on this guy, it's got a couple little, that piece right there needs to go. This piece right there. There's one on the other side too. Both of those need to go. So then they look like this. And you can trim some more pieces and some other stuff. And then, but other than that, that's really all you need to do. You'll put it in there. And voila, it does click in. You can leave it like this. You can rock it like this and you'll be good to go. Sounds good to me. Other than that, I'm gonna epoxy these. I took my switch back out because I'm gonna epoxy this one too. But other than that, you're ready to rock and roll. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now it's in there. Look at that. And then it'll just plug right into your old harness. So, hell yeah. Hopefully this video helps out some of you guys. Basically, you're just retrofitting the old electronics into the new housings. Other than that, this is going to be a whole entire aqua setup. I'm going to go ahead and finish the driver's side one, epoxy these up, and then we'll be... Okay, I just wanted to show a finished product just to finish up the video. So I got them epoxied up. They're looking really good and nice. The epoxy's still kind of drying, but it'll do. Boom, clicks right in, and then you got your locks. Let's see, is that right? No, that's wrong. There you go. Oh shit, come on. The driver lock can be a bitch sometimes. There you go. Put it in there. No. There we go. Now it is. Okay, now this guy. And voila, boom. So I'm gonna let those dry. But other than that, we got a finished product. So you got, everything's aqua, everything's, that blue. We got our locks ready to go and everything's ready to be wired up. So, hell yeah, I hope this helps someone out.